Okay, we're recording, I think, right now. Does it look like recording? Yeah? Yay! Okay. So we're just getting started. I just put on my weight vest. This will be recorded. So anytime you see a Friday and a Monday, and I'll usually label it, it'll say strength, work, core, and balance. Wednesdays will say mobility, core, and balance, because I work on those things every time. I'm walking front to back, and I can tell you when you're walking front to back and you don't have a load like this weight vest, then what you do is you either pick up your hand weights or you pick up your gallon jugs. See this? These are 10 pounds each. So I'm walking with you right now, front and back, and you know I have that, if you're watching, you know that I have a tendency to wobble. Some of you with hips replaced, knees replaced, you understand the wobble. And it's almost like you're going, how can I quit doing that? How can I quit doing that? Number one, some of it you can't, because one of my legs is shorter than the other because of the operations, you know. They just don't get it quite right. But I do a little bit of a compressed, I call it a compressed walk. See, this is all the way straight up, but you tend to lock your knees. I want to keep my knee bent when I go to put weight on it, because that's where I tend to be weak. Because in fact, those muscles, the bone around that rod has to stay strong. And if I keep wobbling unguarded or uncorrected, I'll say that. If I wobble like this uncorrected, this is what we normally do when you've had joints replaced. That goes right past the muscle engagement that is needed. See there? I just engaged my muscle right there. I put my foot down and I softened my knee and I lowered my whole body because I did a little slight hip hinge. So I call it a compression walk. See, I'm compressed down. I have 10 pounds here, 10 pounds here, and I have a weight vest on, which is, I measured it one time, it's at least 25 pounds on me. Okay? So when I do this little compression walk, see that? I'm putting all that weight in a central downward pull. That's positive. See like that right there? Normally I would be wobbling. And those of you with hips replaced, knees replaced, problems with your feet, yeah, plantar fasciitis, all that kind of stuff. We do funny little compensatory moves that helps us not feel that pain. And so now I had my hip, you know, replaced, and you get into a bad habit is what I'm trying to point out today, simply. So I'm walking very slowly because in fact I'm doing with all this weight that I'm carrying in the warm-up. We're still in the warm-up. Hi to all y'all coming on. Sun is shining. I'm just really glad that I had to meet y'all this morning. Okay, so see, I wobble a little, but I'm really dropping my shoulders. I'm saying rib cage up. See, I'm taking the step. I'm compressing down and compressing down. And I'm trying to straighten out that bit of a wobble that I tend to do. You will tend to walk funny when your feet hurt, when your knees hurt, when your hips hurt, when your back hurts. You can see somebody walking around with those issues. So I'm going very slowly, and I'm using weights to warm up with in a very functional carry. So I'm walking but I'm carrying. What am I carrying? I'm carrying 10 pounds here, 10 pounds here. Yes, they are what you think. This is the colon prep bottle. I just put water in it because they're nice, heavy plastic, and they carry enough water to make 10 pounds. Okay, that's amazing, isn't it? Okay, big breath. Now I'm going to step forward and drop just a tiny bit. Step forward, drop just a tiny bit. So I call it the curtsy walk. See that? Then I'm going to back up. Same thing. Now, let me point out here. Many of you think, oh, that's just simply walking backwards. No, I put my foot back. I make sure my feet are straight. I'm a little bit width here. I'm not heel over toe specifically. See that? But when I bend my knee coming back, be careful, those of you who have plantar fasciitis, it will really stretch your heel cords, okay? And you'll see that if you'll take the time. See, I put my foot there, and then I do that knee down. If you keep your heel down, say rib cage up. Yeah, rib cage up, keep your chin in. See that right there? Wow, are you getting a stretch through your heel cord? See, it's just a step back. Drop your shoulders, say rib cage up. Now put your heel down and pull the knee down, okay? Now, you won't get the stretch that I'm talking about if you're turning your toe out like a duck, okay? Don't walk like a duck because you'll never touch those heel cords, and then you're the one who is going to go out and start walking. There's one more. See that? See that knee down? My heel is on the floor, but my knee is going down, and I did it in a backward trajectory. Then I'm just going to do one more, and then we're going to go right into the main part of our class, because I can tell you when you're walking, carrying, now I've got 10, 20. On my vest, I have 25, could be 28 pounds. So I've got 40 pounds coming down on me, right? So when I put the foot back, I make sure that you should be screaming at the screen. You should be saying, toes forward, because some of us walk backwards with our toes pointing out like a duck. We're the ones who then strain our heel cords because they've never stretched properly, okay? In a normal walking is what I'm talking about. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to step over now and back. I still have my weight vest on. So that means that you could be hanging on to your weights here. See? If you just have hand weights and you want to put a little load on you doing the rest of this move, just get your hand weights, put them up here. In fact, I'll do light ones so that you'll see that if you don't have a vest or you don't have a backpack on this warm-up segment that we're doing, you can have your light weights, or you can put how much ever weight you want. Just put them here. You can put them here. See, that's how you would do what I'm doing with my vest. See, I'm loading. So once I have them secured, okay, so I just now put 12 more pounds hanging down off my shoulders. So here I go, like this, and come back, okay? So these kinds of stepping type motions, if you have a problem with your Achilles tendon, your plantar fascia, you need to step very carefully. And you could do all of this sitting. So you could sit and go across, sit and go across, because you have to not load if you're having an acute problem. Okay? See how I'm going forward? And then I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to do the very classic cross body. And now I'm going to go up the ladder. See that? Step and then together. So move to the center. All right. I'm going to walk back. There goes that heel cord walk. See, it's warming it up. I have my weight coming down over through my shoulders. So when you have your weight up here, I'm begging you, if you're using this as a warm-up, be very, very mindful of your posture. Because see, if you're doing this with a weight here and you're bending over like this is not the position I want you in. Okay, I want you upright. This should be coming centrally down your frame. So what does that mean? Simply that you have to say shoulders down, rib cage up, and you should feel your back extend, all your extensors. Then you're going to go step to the side and then step in. Okay? Then move to the center. Here we go. Back up, back up. There I go, stretching gently the heel cords. Uh-oh, Ruby's upset. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Cross over. Okay, let's do that again. So come here, get ready. Before you step, oh dear, somebody coming out the door. Here we go, cross over. See that? Okay, set yourself. So say rib cage up because I'm fixing to bring the back leg up here and together. Okay, that kind of, sorry about that. I need to yell at her. Here we go, back. Ruby! Jeez. Okay, see? Normally I would say, Bob, would you shut the dogs up? Can't do that. Here we go, cross. See this? Step together. And come back. Ruby! Ruby, Ruby! Here we go. Back up. Sorry about that, y'all. Now you know how I used to yell at my kids. I might have to get her. Cross over. Step up together. Move to the center. Back up. Back up, back up, back up. I'm going to go get her. Back up, back up, back up. Okay, now go ahead. Do all your keying. Chin down, shoulders down, rib cage up. Tight tummy. Soften your knees. Step here and then together. Maybe she's going to shut up. Take a big breath. Yes. Great. Okay, I'm going to keep this on for a little bit more as we start to load, which I've already done. Of course, yeah, it was a neighbor that brought the trash cans up. They've been very, very great neighbors, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm going to, in fact, put this down. I'm going to go up. So I'm going to go up in weight because I'm going to pick them up. And I'm not going to go up too much. So you should pick up a light to medium weight because we're going to, in fact, do some arm work first. Then we're going to go heavier and do frame work. Okay? So what I want you to see is I'm approaching my weights. I'm going down to get my weights. I have almost 30 pounds strapped to me. That could be a backpack. It could be any number of things. But I'm going to step wide. I'm going to swing my butt back. My tummy's in. I'm pushing into my heels as I come down here to grab those medium weights. See that? Then to come up, I push into my heels and I come up. So many people hurt themselves picking up and putting down weight. And it could be, you know, a suitcase. It could be anything. Okay, so just walk your area right here. We're going to go to the side. So I'm going to step, and then I'm going to step in. I'm going to step, and I'm going to step in. So whenever I go into this step to the side, see this? Then I'm going to come in. I'm just holding these weights right down here. That's all. I'm going to step, a pretty wide step, but when I step, I'm going to swing my butt back. Keep my chin tucked. Then come back in. Okay? Take a big breath. I'm holding these again right here. We're going to work the back of the arms. We're going to step. See, these are right here. Some of you are stepping out and you actually did this. But see, I didn't do that. I stepped out. My toes are forward. I'm hip hinged. I'm not in a deep squat. I'm in just a higher hip hinge. But now, with my arms tucked in, I'm going to just straighten my arms a little bit and then bring it back. See that? Then I'm going to come back in. So I'm right here. I'm going to step the other way. My hip goes back. My chin tucks. Big breath. My weights are here. And I'm going to just straighten my arms there. Bring it back in. Bring it back in. Okay? This is going to involve a lot of muscles on your adductors and your abductors. That's the muscles, ligaments and tendon that control that stepping out trajectory. Okay? See my elbows? My shoulders are down. Tummy's tight. Butt's pushing back. And I go out like that. And then come back in. Okay, one more time over on this side. Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Step. Push your butt back. Here we go. Just like that. Okay, bring it back in. Do it again. Push back. Do it again. Push back. Shoulders down. Tummy in. Hip hinge. And you're just moving back, and then your hands are right on the sides of the seams of your pants right there, okay? Drop your shoulders. Oh, I forgot. You might not have seams on your pants because they're sweatpants. Anyway, breath, it is what it is, right? Push and come back. Drop your shoulders. Push and come back. Here we go. Push and come back. So let me just go. I'm putting these down in front. See how I did that? I put them down. But notice my head is not lower than my butt. Now I'm pushing in my heels and come up. These kind of motions should be very second nature to you. Because some of the motions that get us in trouble are the very ones that I'm doing, moving around this floor, that when somebody goes down like this to put something down, you know, it could be a kid, it could be, you know, your grandkid or whatever, a weight, a pail of something. They put their head down so they don't bend here. Wrong. Bend at the knee and at the hip. Keep your chin tucked. Get down there, okay? Grab them and come up. Get it? Big breath. All right. So here we are. I'm doing a little sit back. See that? So I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to come up and push it right to here. So I told you we were going to do some arms, right? Okay. Those of you with shoulder issues, you would do this move carefully and probably with very light, if no weight. See here, I'm going to come right here. This is holding here. This is going to come up. I'm holding this here. This is going to come here and up. Do you see this? My elbow is forward. Then I come down right to there again. Now, as I'm doing this move, I have a light hand weight, a medium hand weight, sorry. I'm setting into my heels. I'm at a high hip hinge. I'm not in a squat. I am pushing into my heels gently. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to bring that weight here, and then I'm just going to go right to here. See, I'm not going way up over my head, but my elbow's in. And then I come down, and so you want just a moderately challenging weight in your hands, but that all depends on you. It depends on what's going on with your shoulders and everything else. But let me just tell you something. Whenever I you know, meet somebody, or let's say I'm training them, or just meet somebody, how we used to pat somebody on the back or on the shoulder, give them a hug, all those things. Remember those? Those are in the not too distant past, what you used to do. Well, when I would pat somebody on the shoulder, especially like a kid, a teenager, a young person, and I would pat them on the shoulder like this. Keep going, stay right there. You know, I'd pat them on the shoulder. It gives me a sense of their muscle here, okay? So the reason I'm focusing on this right now is, see, I'm in this hip hinge. See, I'm in my heels. Here I go, here, right to there. See, not much past like my ear or the top of my head. I bring it right back down, not fast, but in a very careful trajectory. So again, I'm in my heels, my tummy's in, I'm pulling as I come up. This goes just to the top of my head, okay? Then as I come down, I keep my shoulder down, and I bring that weight right back and rest it on my quads, okay? Tight stomach. Anyway, I can get a sense of what I'm dealing with as far as upper body strength whenever I pat somebody on the shoulder like that, okay? Take a big breath and come back down, okay? This whole time that I'm doing this move, for me and for anybody out there that has a backpack on or a weight vest, see this? Every time I do this motion, see this? This motion right here. Wow, is that core work, because my rib cage has to be up. I have to be really pushing into my heels. Keep my tummy tight. I'm right here. My elbows forward. I'm not going up real far, but I'm coming and I'm doing several repetitions here. Okay? Big breath, holding. Back down, all the way down. Heels. Shoulders down, rib cage up. Right there. Right here, my butt's tight. I come back down, come back down. Take a breath. Right there. Boom. Okay, now, for anybody that's had back issues, this move, I can tell you, is working so hard, especially if you have a weight vest on. Now, if you don't have a weight vest on, that's okay. You're still working your extensors, your back extensors, all your core. So even if you don't have any weight, just come right here, put your hands on your quads, you come up, and then you go like this. So right now, your butt should be tight, your tummy tight, your knees are soft, okay? My elbows are pointing forward. Then when I go back into that hip hinge, I bring those hands down right to there, okay? This is a very functional move, meaning you use this move a lot in your day. Let's say you're cleaning, you're doing gardening, you're out trimming bushes, you're painting, you're doing any kind of closet type cleaning out, okay? Take a big breath. So this is a movement that when you injure a shoulder, wow, does it get your attention, because you can't do just a simple put something up here. See that? That's what I'm trying to get you to get in touch with, is how is your shoulder functioning? Is this a problem? Maybe it's not a problem. Good. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my weights again. But as I was pointing out, every time, in fact, that I come into this position and then I come up with my weights, and now I'm doing both of them. Now, some of you should not do both of them. If you've had a back issue, you need to be very careful about loading both together. You can do one and then the other if you need to. If you can, though, you come up and you just push it right to here. But see, my elbows are forward, my tummy's tight, then I come down and I come down. So this repeated move And yes, I know Kathy's counting. I know it. I am trying to make it to about 30. She's going to tell us we did 60 or something like that. Anyway, here we go. Right here. Breath. See how I just raised a tiny bit right here with a weight? I just go to about right here. And then back down. Breath. Ruby, you need to be quiet. Here we go. Ruby's coming in and looking at me like, what is your problem? You need to let me out. Here we go. Breath. And come back down. Hang in. Here we go. Right here. Boom. And back down. If it's a problem for you to even come anywhere past here, don't do it. Just hold. And then go back down. See, I'm going into the heels. Then I'm coming up. Tighten my tummy. Tighten my butt. I'm raising them just a little bit. Boom. Shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. Breath. Breath, breath. So I'm thinking that we might have just maybe 5 or 6 more to do. Here we go. Breath. Back down. Heels. Yes. Heels. Right there. Right there. Breath. Sorry, Ruby. Breath. If Ruby only knew how heavy this stuff was, she would not be around me because I might drop it on her. Here we go. Breath. 3 more. Here we go. Oh! Breath. Right there. Hip hinge. See, I'm not going into squats. I'm just doing a hip hinge. Heels. Shoulders down. Boom. Back down. 2 more. Here we go. Breath. Back down. 1 more. 1 more. Here we go. Duh. And back down. So, the reason I wanted to do that one at this stage of the class is because, in fact, I wanted to use this weight vest to load my frame. Okay, so now I'm going to peel it off. And trust me, Chrissy's right when she says they're hot. Yes, they are.
And just so you know, you were a little short of 30.
Oh, well, see, I let you rest. That's too funny. Okay, good. Well, you got to rest a little, but my goal was to kind of go into that. And I knew we had done these, and then we did these. So when we're doing that kind of a thing, and those of you who are really, really saying, I want to get stronger, then that 30 mark on some of those simple moves is really a thing, okay? And we're going to do it with our hamstrings today, Kathy, just so you know. So be careful. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little complexity. And we started this whole thing doing carries, correct? I used the little prep bottles and I used my weight vest. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my grocery bag. Okay? So here's my grocery bag. And for those of you who have like a backpack, that would be a perfect thing to load. Because then you grab it by the shoulder straps. Here's my little unstable. It's called a reactive surface. Okay? I call it an unstable surface. All right? So if I have my weight over here, I'm going to step with the opposite foot and I'm going to put my weight into it. And I'm going to come up and just bring my foot over it. So my foot is in the reactive or very unstable surface. Okay, see, I stepped forward and then I'm going to press and come back and come back. Now, there's some balance maneuvers. You got to be careful, all right? Because this is heavy. This is like pretty close to 30 or 40 pounds, this thing right here. All right, I have some weighted balls. I have some cans. I mean, I'm counting 20 pounds just in the balls that I have in there. Oh, no, more, 10. Yeah, it's right at 40 pounds. So you make it whatever you need to, but whenever that you go to move with a weight load, and let's say you had to step up on a curb. See here, I'm stepping up, okay? And you tend to manage that weight load, and then you're gonna step, all right? So everything changes, in fact, when you step up on something and you're carrying this much weight. Okay, so I'm gonna push my butt back, and I'm gonna come up on that reactive surface and then down. And then you gotta manage this, right? So now I'm gonna switch, okay? So this is a very heavy weight. So the very first thing I would look at when you switch your weight is, did you do this? So that's the very first thing to notice. So you wanna bring your shoulder so that it's level. So what does that mean? That means that the back extensors, your core has to really work hard. So I'm going to step with the opposite leg. I'm going to step up and over. All right. And then I'm going to go back. See that? I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to up and over, and then up and over. Take a breath. Up and over, and up and over. So if you're doing this, let's say, I think of Chrissy, and you have both hips replaced, or let's say you have a hip and a knee, like I have a hip and a knee replaced. When you're carrying something and you're going to do this kind of a challenge, just do it next to a wall. A lot of times I'll put this down next to a wall, and then you turn to the other side or your chair. Okay? Because when you step up, you have something to just press down on. Don't think of it that you're going to grab and pull it. No, no. Just to press down to keep you level. See that? So this kind of stepping over and back. See, now I have a little hand here pushing down. Don't grab it because it'll tip on you unless it's a table that doesn't move. So I'm going to do this about 3 more times. See, it's over and back, over and back, over and back. And every time you put your full weight, that reactive surface is going to throw you. So I just want you to be careful when you're doing this kind of a thing, see? Okay, that's a good one for that. And then I'll put it on this side. Okay. So normally I would just turn the person around. So use your chair however you need to, or a wall. So here I go. I'm going to do the opposite leg in the opposite hand of the bag of groceries. So here I am. Here's my challenge side. So I'm going to keep this knee bent. I'm going to do a hip hinge, and I'm going to come over. Take a breath, tight tummy, and I'm going to come back. So this kind of a surface is something that's done very well for people who have feet issues, because this foam is going to make your foot, and if you don't have a foam or a pillow, okay, just the fact that you're stepping over and back with your foot on just the plain floor, you're going to be working very hard to keep your foot and your ankle, in balance. Breath. So I'm going to come over and back. I'm going to come over and back. I'm going to try to stay level. Over and back. And over and back. And then step off. Okay? So once we've done the carries over and back, we're going to do some swings, and then we're going to go right back to our hand weights. All right? So here I am, right here. See this? And come back down. So no matter where you're at, you can always find a bag of some sort. And again, if you have a backpack of any sort, a school backpack, you can load it, and you're ready to go. See this? When I come up, I'm going to pull here on this one. I don't want to lock my legs. So I want to go into the heels. I want to go pull, pull, down, down. Okay, you ready? Because we've already warmed these up. Remember, we did a lot of these with a medium weight. Okay, so now we're sharing the weight. And we're working all through our biceps, our chest, our backs, especially here. So heels, pull, 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 pull. Then down, 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 down. So this needs to be a challenging pull. Pull, 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 down, down, down. So again, a school backpack is perfect. Because then you can grab straps, etc. So before you start to come up, drop into the heels and pull. Now once you're up there, let's hold on right here. And we're going to go pull. See that? Here we go. Pull. Duh. Breath. Pull. Big breath. Here we go. So every time you come down, drop your chin, not your head, drop your chin, tuck, tuck, heels, heels, heels. Now stay there, stay there, keep your elbows in, elbows in, elbows in, breath, heels, breath, heels, breath, go, breath, go, one more, and put it down. Okay, shake out your hands. I know you're loving today, aren't you? See, you never know. When I'm gonna show up at your house and say, let me check your grocery bag. Now, see, I would never do that. Just show up with Nancy because she would have to hide her contraband of things like, you know, her sweet rolls and things like that. I'm just kidding, Nancy. Okay, see this? See this? See this? It's still very heavy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do gentle swinging. I'm going to go swinging, swinging. See this? Swinging. Okay? You lighten it up if you need to, but understand your mechanics. So I'm going to go straight up the middle swing, and then I'm just going to go to the side, but you notice my elbows. See? So I'm swinging, keep my elbows in, middle and side. Okay? So I don't ever go from here to here with a weight. It's going to be like this, straight on, like this. Okay? So you make this bag as heavy or as light as you want to make it. I'm going to hang on to it. If I had a backpack, I'd be hanging on by the shoulder straps. All right? I'd cross them or make them so they're easy to hang on to. Here we go. So I'm going to go swing and then swing to the middle, to the side, straight on, side, straight on, side, straight on, side, straight on, side, breath, side. Here we go, straight on. Don't knock yourself silly with your hitting your legs. Breath, straight on, side, straight on, side. Now, you should notice something. You should be breathing heavier. Yeah, this is why kettlebells are such a good workout. But you have to learn how to swing that thing. And a lot of people go buy a kettlebell and they've seen something like this, or they've seen them do it on the, you know, some kind of a thing on YouTube or whatever. So see, I'm just doing rotationals. Yeah, this is a rest, okay? Tight tummy, and just bring your arms side to side. See, I'm not moving my feet, okay? I'm just doing a transverse from my lower back up. My toes are straight on. Anyway, they'll go get a kettlebell and start slinging it around, and they haven't really gone through and learned the mechanics of it, A, and B, they pick much too heavy of a kettlebell. So anytime we're doing swings, if you need to lighten that sucker up, lighten it up. Okie dokie. Woo, time is flying. See, when we pick up our grocery bags or our shopping bags, we get into the state of mind that we're shopping, and time flies, right? Right, Nance? You know I couldn't miss that one. Woo! Okay, here's my weights. Now I've worked some arms, front and back, but now I'm going to go up in weight. So now I'm going to come down here, push my butt back, go into my heels. I'm going to go up into a heavy, medium heavy configuration. Okie dokie. So here I am, medium heavy, right? So instead of coming from this position, I want to, in fact, put a little more load on my core. I want to push into the hips. I want to put the, we've done this before. See, I set you up so that you knew how to do this move. See this? So I'm pushing into my heels, okay? Keeping my chin tucked. And now my elbow is in a little bit of a bend. See that? So now, in fact, I'm ready to go like this and this. Because by pushing into this kind of a move and not just standing straight up, locking my knees, doing something funky with my back, I'm going to, in fact, go into a modified hip hinge so that my elbows are bent just a little. And I'm going to come here and here. And I'm going to really rock and roll with that. So this is a medium heavy weight for me. So some of you are saying, what is it? What is it, Jeannie? 12 on each hand for me. But it might be 6 for you, or 8, or none. See this? See this move? This has to be able to be done without hurting a shoulder, without hurting an elbow. So I'm going to do half here in a hammer curl. Then I'm going to do half in bicep curl, straight on bicep curl. Okay? So the hammer curl is coming up through your forearm just a little differently. Breath, using some of the same muscles. See how I'm staying in the hip hinge? I'm pushing into the heels. My stomach's super tight. My chin is tucked. Ugh. See that? So I can hear you out there. I can hear Kathy. She's saying, well, she said half. Well, what's half? 15. I want to do 15 like this. Okay? I have a feeling we're almost there. Breath. Da. Okay? Hang on. Yes, you guys, it's counted 1 and. Okay? Breath. Keep my elbow down. Keep my elbow down. Yeah. See, I'm just rocking here. Hip hinge. Heel. Breath. Breath. Hang on, hang on. I think we got maybe 4 more, 5 more. Breath. Here we go. I'm working at it, Kathy. I'm working at trying to remember.
You're way over count at this time.
Oh, okay. She said we're over. Okay. So come down to here. See this? I'm in my heels. See, I'm right here. See that? I just could bring my elbows down. Yeah, this is the mobility component. Are you ready? Take a breath. Lighten the weights up if you need to. So we're going to come back into our hip hinge. And we're going to go like this. Pull, See this? Pull, hip hinge, pull, breath, breath. So you take them so that they're almost down to your quad, but not quite. Breath, 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 heels, shoulders down, elbows in, breath, go, go. Take it easy, breath. Okay, I think we got like 4 or 5 more. Breath, breath, heels. 2 more. Okay, we'll call that a day. Bring them down, put them right there. Shake out. Okie dokie. Turn and push this way. Come to center. Turn and push this way. Come to center. Drop your shoulders. Whenever I'm doing this, give yourself a rest. See, I don't take my hands up. I'm just turning, reaching. Okay? Come right in here. You're still in a good stability stance. See that? Kind of a stability stance. So what is that? Well, any sports coach or sports player should tell you the stability stance. Okay? You're ready. People can't just push you over. All right? I'm sure there's some deeper meanings in this. Drop in, back. So you just come right here, press. So that's wonderful ease of motion, side to side. That's what I'm going for a whole bunch of you. Some of you cannot load too heavy yet. But those of you who are loading or not, I want you to be able to move from here to here with ease. See that? Breath and back. Breath and back. Okay. Now we're going to get into big time these. We did the front part. Now we're going to get right down through here and we're going to get these muscles. These muscles, the chest muscles, the deltoids, big problem for a lot of people who have hurt their shoulders or has impairment in their shoulders. I'm going to stay with the medium weight. I'm not going up super crazy heavy because I want to be functional and strong. I don't want to be injuring myself and be able to say, oh yeah, I shoved around 80 pounds. I could care less. I want to know how's your function as you're pushing any weight that you pick up. I don't care what it is. Okay, take a breath. Everybody's rested, correct? So we're going to bring them up, and we're going to hold right here. So see that move? The open and the close. That's just a hinge. See that? So what you should watch is your wrist action here. Because some of you like to do funny things with your wrist. So you want to keep them in what we call neutral. So on this one, I'm thinking a K. This is your move, K. This is where I would put you up against the wall, right? So Kay is not shy to tell you she has scoliosis. And boy, if Kay can ever be in the class, she's here because she has to stay strong and she has to go through these. So I would put her up against the wall because she has a propensity to come in like this. Okay, and we don't want to do that, do we, Kay? Okay, up against the wall. Get that head back. Soften the knees. Yeah? Da! Bring it back. Keep going. Those of you who just started, keep going. I'm just showing people that have very dysfunctional shoulders. Looky here. Do it with no weight. Just do the move. Keep your shoulders down. Here we go. Yeah. Breath. Right there. Breath. Right there. Breath. So yeah, I would put Marilyn on the wall too. I'm thinking of different ones I'd put on the wall. Breath. Well, almost all of y'all I'd put on the wall. Here we go. Breath. Breath. Three more. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Down. Yes. Shake out. So, recapping this week. Monday, I loaded heavy and I really loaded your legs more. Okay? Today, we did some loading of the legs, but we're really loading our arms, front, back, middle. Okay? When we load our arms and we do it properly, we strengthen all through here and here and here. If you're holding yourself properly. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to the back of the arms. All right? So I promised Kathy that I would, in fact, hit her hamstring today. Not too hard, Kath. Okay? So here we go. My weights are going to be in my hands. I'm just talking you through the motion. See that? So I'm going to step forward. So I'm going to be in a split stance. So in fact, I'm leaning in. My elbows are in. And I'm going to just push back like that. See that? And I'm going to do a series of these. See that? And then I'm going to hold those weights here. And I'm going to go to the front foot. My knee is bent. And I'm going to go like this. See that? So that means my moving muscles back here are my hamstrings. Moving just a leg with no weight. But the other leg is working super hard. Okay, are you ready? See, I let you rest. See, I give you rest. I'm not hammering the whole time, right? See, I am kind once in a while. Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to step forward. I'm going to hip hinge. I'm going to say shoulders down, rib cage up, chin tucked. And then all I'm going to do is straighten my arms. We've already done this once this session, this class. Drop your shoulders and then straighten. See how the shoulders roll in just a bit? So they're down and then they roll in. So this is affecting the whole shoulder girdle, so to speak. So see, I'm not hip hinged really hard, just a little, so that I can keep my back extended. And I'm pushing those weights back against a kind of a heavy weight. Push. Breath. Drop your shoulders. 3 more. Drop. Drop your shoulders. 1 more. Okay. Weights come right here. Keep this hip down. Don't turn. Okay? Keep your weights right here. Keep your shoulders down. Knees soft. And I want to release my toe and just bring my heel up. See? I'm going to bring my heel up. Don't roll that hip out. You know why? That's a cheater move. And if you keep doing it, see, I'm going to call you a slug. Okay? Keep correcting. You'll see if you're watching, you'll see that I keep, whenever I go down, I try to keep those hips forward. Don't roll the hip. And it's very difficult, but this is integrating all your core. Okay? Keep your shoulders down, rib cage up. Woo! Keep your foot feeling all the pressure on all 4 corners. Keep that hip forward and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Back down. Isn't this fun? So we have the other side to do. So the only person that wouldn't have the other side to do would be Diana. I don't think she's back on with us yet. She's doing really good, y'all. She had to have her hip replaced. Those of you who know Diana, she's Wonder Woman. I call her Wonder Woman. Because in fact, She only has one leg, and she had to have her hip replaced this summer. Okay, big breath. Yeah, I got my foot back. I'm ready position. See that? I'm hip hinged forward. I'm going to bring my elbows back. They're cocked and ready to go. Okay, rib cage up, press. Breath, press. Breath, push. Keep your elbows in. Breath, push it back. Breath, push it back. And see, those of you who might have problems with your feet, I'm thinking of Elisa with plantar fasciitis, you can do this whole move for your upper body anyway, seated, just leaning in. You can do this whole upper body work, just seated. If in fact you had to get off of your foot or your ankle or whatever. 3 more, here we go. 1, breath, 2, breath, 3. Bring them in the forward. Are you ready? Keep your hip down. Bend your knee. Lift that toe up. So you're bringing from the heel up. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Rib cage up. Duh! Breath. Right there. Breath. Breath. Keep your knees soft. Breath. Just 3 more. 1. Breath. 2. Breath. 3. And back. Woo! So it should feel like you had a shot right in your gluteal. Okay? That's what it should feel like, a shot right in your gluteal. Okie dokie. I'm going to toss my pillow, my disc over to the side. I'm going to step this way, and I'm going to go out like this. So my toe and foot is straight here, and I've turned out. See that? Take a big deep breath. Bring your hands right here. Soften your knees. Push forward just a gently bit. Just a gently bit. That's a new term. Gently bit. Okay? Kay knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Come back in. Shake out, shake out, shake out. Okay? See how my feet are forward? Tight tummy. Soften my knees. Step. We did this move this morning in our warm-up. Then I just go out. See, my knees are soft. Keep my chin down. And I'm turning and looking as far as I can that way. And then turning and looking as far as I can that way. But when I look, I'm going to do what with my chin? I'm going to keep it tucked. And I'm going to turn the head, not lean the head. Okay, it's a big difference. Soften your knees again. Yeah, I know. Look, turn, 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 turn. Keep your chin tucked. Take a big breath. Bring those hands right back here. Put them right behind your head. See that? See this move? This is a huge move for anybody that has chest, shoulder, neck issues. This is a big move. Because when I put your hands back here to help you re-stretch, some of you have done your forward head thing. So I'm saying push that chin back. Keep your elbows open. Okay? Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Hold them. Hold them. Hold them. Drop the shoulders down.
You froze, Jeannie.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we lost her, didn't we?
Yeah, she's off. Yeah, she's off. She's not even showing up on my list.
Okay.
I think she'll have to sign back on.
Yeah.
I think she would say, give yourself a big hug, but keep your chin down.
Yeah, we did well. Oh, well, still recording, so,
Yeah, she's still trying to figure it out.
yeah. I can-
Kathy, any good news on your front?
You would not believe what happened.
What? Okay.
I had the appointment at Rite Aid.
Yeah.
Monday, they called me and said, we don't have any vaccine. We'll reschedule you.
Okay.
Shortly after that, my neighbor called and said, Livonia only residents can go to the senior center. Hurry up, you can get an appointment. So I got an appointment at the senior center on Wednesday.
Okay.
Then the next day I got a thing from Rite Aid that said they rescheduled me for next Sunday. So now I go from no appointments to 2. So I'm not canceling either one of them until I get one.
That's a good idea.
Right,
Right.
right.
I'm on my way out the door on Wednesday to go to the senior center when
Yeah.
I get a call from the pharmacist at Rite Aid that says, if you can be here by 3 o'clock, we just got some vaccines and we can give you yours.
Oh, oh my gosh, so you got it.
So yeah, I went to the senior center and got it because I could tell him to just cancel my appointment. But yeah, I went to the senior center and got it over there. I was in and out
Good.
in less than half an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
It's
Yeah.
fair.
So
Good
yeah,
for
they were really
you.
organized.
So you go
Yeah.
back to the senior center for the second one? Is that how they're doing it?
On St. Patrick's Day, and the little babysitter guy in the 15-minute room told us we couldn't come if we were drunk and we can't bring any green beer.
You gotta have a sense of humor, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was very entertaining. They were giving us water and free masks, and yeah, it was like a party.
Oh, nice. Boy.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
but you know,
great.
that's snobby over there because it was Livonia residents only.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you are Livonia. That's right. I'm thinking you're not Livonia. Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
I am Livonia. Yeah.
Got it.
Me
Got
too.
it.
Barely,
Well,
but I
that's
am
good.
Livonia.
That's
That's good.
great.
Kathy, now we know you're safe, right?
Yep.
Right,
And-
yeah, yeah.
And Marilyn, you got your second, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and you did. You did.
I
Kathy?
did. And you felt okay.
Well, I kind of ached, I ached. So I took the day off.
Well, you
Good
know
move.
what? That's what you got to do. What do you got to do? So,
Yeah.
and
It was,
keep-
I mean, it wasn't
Was it-
bad. It wasn't bad. I just felt a little bit like drawn down a little bit in the morning.
sure,
And by
sure.
noon I was fine. So I took the day off because I could.
I thought about doing it for no reason.
That's true.
And Bonnie, how is it with you? Did you get your second one yet? Bonnie?
Nope, I get it March 10th.
Oh, okay, okay. So we're making progress here. Jane, any news on you? Did you get the shot or plan to get it?
I did something similar to Kathy. I had a Rite Aid appointment and then
Okay.
3 days before they canceled it. But we were on 3 different lists and we went to Henry Ford yesterday and got ours.
Oh, good job.
So I
Good.
got one done.
What
How about you,
that?
Christy?
What about Christy? Did she get hers?
Dear Christy, I don't know if she's on today. Christy, are you on?
Yes,
Christy, you're muted.
she's
Okay,
on.
yes,
All
and
right.
they,
Did you get your shot, hon? You vaccinated?
no, because yesterday they called me, Lorene called me and said they had extra shots at Myers at Wixom. So I called and they were out.
Oh,
So every
gee.
time I call, they're out. I'm not gonna worry. I'm keep trying. Did Rite Aid yesterday, no openings. So I'm gonna start again Monday and see what I can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I got mine. I just gave up. And after I gave up, I ended up with 2, so.
It's crazy.
You know what, Carol Mosley and I had put ourselves on a list for Myers, and Carol got called or text. She got text 2 weeks ago, and I said, "How did she get text and I didn't?" You know,
I don't know how that.
the second week of January, and I don't know, but I'm still not worried until like the end of March. I don't have anything. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
Keep at it.
hopefully
keep
there's
at
more.
it.
Yeah, oh, I'm keeping at it. It's
Yeah.
like,
I know, it's
Mm.
frustrating, but
I'm not.
I
gonna-
had an appointment on Tuesday and it was canceled by Rite Aid, but they rescheduled me for tomorrow, so I'll see if I get it.
Oh,
They
good.
canceled.
You will.
Ed,
You will.
Ed had an appointment on Tuesday too, and they canceled his, but then that same day they called him back and said they do have a shot for him. So he got his first one on Tuesday.
Oh.
So
That happened. We had that with Rite Aid too. Mine was for last Friday and they canceled, first they sent me a thing, I think the Tuesday before saying, we look for, confirming my appointment, and the next day they canceled it for like, and redid it like 3 weeks out. And then my husband's was this Tuesday and they waited till Monday to cancel him. And then about an hour and a half later, a couple hours later, Rite Aid called him and said, if you can still come tomorrow, keep the original and disregard. So meanwhile, over the weekend, I'm with Ascension. Somebody told me they said to go on your portal and try. Anyway, they walked me through it. I ended up getting it Monday through Ascension. So
Oh, good, good.
so these are just the first ones, but
that's all right. It counts.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now you're in the schedule that you'll get your.
right,
second one.
right. And yeah, I have another
Yeah.
one.
I got Jeannie on the phone.
Oh,
Hello, Jeannie.
What the heck?
Her machine isn't working. She can't get back in, but we're recording this whole thing now.
Yeah, geez. Oh, for the whole world.
And listen to everything we talked about. We're talking about vaccines.
Maybe she can edit that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah, because I noticed that you had dropped off. And so, but we just all started talking about who got what vaccine and how right it seems to be affecting everybody by canceling and rescheduling. And yeah, you can watch it. Yeah, I mean, just when you can get back on, just check the recording.
You can listen.
If she cares. Oh, that's funny.
Well, I have a friend who's driving 2.5 hours today to a Rite Aid to get it for an appointment.
Oh, my God.
Going to the other side of the state.
My
This
neighbor,
was like in another
my
3
neighbor
weeks,
went
she
to
decided.
Port Huron yesterday.
Wow.
to
I
get it.
don't think that our lifestyle is going to change much after we get them.
I know.
We're still going to have
It's
to be
not.
pretty,
Yes.
pretty tied in.
I know.
No. I think that's a good point, Jane, but for us personally, it gives me a sense of more security. I feel safer going out, even with my mask and all, I just feel better as a result. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
And I feel better because spring is coming.
Yeah, good point, Bonnie.
Yay.
I love it. I love it. The snow is melting. Yay.
Yeah, I see a patch of grass back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, everybody have a great weekend and we'll see you Monday.
You
Same time.
too.
See you Monday.
Hey, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, well, everybody's just getting off now, so
Kathy,
yeah.
they made me the host.
Yes, Kay is the host, just so you know. Yeah, she's the first one that came on, and when I saw her come on, I went and looked at my list and your name had dropped off, but the
Yeah.
recording was still going. That's the weird part.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Yeah,
very
it's
strange.
supposed to be
I think
recording
it's
this, so-
going.
It
I
is
think
still
it's
going. It's still
still-
showing, recording.
She can't
should
find
talk-
us. We're lost in cyberspace apparently, because Jeannie can't find us.
Well, now that we have this chance, we should talk about something really interesting. I'm not sure what that would be, but
Yeah, well, maybe we should talk about how we can teach Jeannie to count.
Hey, give us an update, what you've been up to. Have you been doing anything different than the rest of us?
Not really. I'm just, I actually did a virtual children's play every year.
Oh,
My
oh.
AUW group does that.
how'd
And
that go?
perfect. It was great. Yeah, it was, we
It's-
did it Thursday.
It's really interesting.
You can either join or host, either one. You
Yeah,
kick,
either
you
one.
kick Kay off if it's yours, you can host. Right.
So we
But
did
if
it.
yeah, we're on your meeting, so you just need to get back on your meeting.
Costumes, makeup, all that kind of stuff. And when
Oh,
you were
my.
on stage, you otherwise you had the camera off. And then they said their lines. It was your time to come again, camera on, said your lines. We had a little fight scene that was kind of fun. We have a crocodile, and the crocodile did a dance.
Yeah, see if you can join it then, since we're
Now,
already taking it up.
You were to direct this,
I-
Kay?
I was assistant director, but
Okay.
one of the gals that knows what she's doing.
I don't know. We don't have the meeting ID because we have the
Was the
link. to
director.
click
You
on.
an actor as well?
I was a warrior.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Oh my. Nobody recognized me. I had long brown wig on and a man's wig. Yeah. My sister said,
Wow.
how'd you get your face so long? Well, I had this huge amount of hair on top, so I think it just made my face look longer.
Oh, well, maybe we can do it again on Monday and we can get everybody, including you, on.
Yeah. Not recorded.
Does it show, does it show that it's recording something now?
It does on mine.
It
It
does
looks
on
like
mine.
recording.
Yeah, we can see that it is, but Jeannie can't tell.
That is bizarre. You know what?
I guess the recording will stop when everybody gets off, and there's only 3 of us. It's just Kay and Jane and I are left. Everybody else.
And I think I'm still a host. So if I get off, then
Yeah, and Kay's in charge, so.
I'll end the session for all, and then we'll
Okay.
stop the recording.
Okay. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, why don't you stop it, and then, because it's not gonna make any difference.
Okay.
All righty. See ya. Bye. Have a good weekend.
I'll end the meeting for all. See you, Jane.
Okay, Kay, take care.
Okay, you